So when I was a kid, I was forced by my dad and my mom while we were at church to go and approach everyone at church. And there were like 100 plus people. Obviously, it's a church. We'd go every weekend. And they would force me to go and say hello and introduce myself to everyone of all ages. I was like 8 years old. I remember this. And it was a struggle at first, but you fast forward a year, 2 years, and I got into a groove. I knew exactly what I needed to do every time. And I didn't think about whether or not they liked me. I didn't think about whether or not they were going to be friendly. I didn't think about any of that. And as I'm winding down today, um, I'm just paying attention to these things because I see on social media, right? I wrote down, pay attention to what's not said. Pay also attention to how many views you're getting on the stuff that you're posting, but it doesn't equate to the likes and the comments that you get because 90% of people out there on social are lurkers. They're never going to comment. They're never going to like. In fact, it's probably a little bit more. There's a rule that's it's 99 9. 90% are lurkers, 9% will engage, 1% will create content. Now, I want to bring that back to real life because I was at an event today and I spoke there. I didn't wait for people to come up to me. I went up to them, I shook their hand, I hugged them, I talked to them, I engaged with them. I don't care what they think about me. My job, your job, is to engage with people and make them feel good, right? Introduce yourself every time, engage with them because, you know, most people won't come up to you and engage. They won't come up to you and say hello. They won't want to break the ice. And it's your job as business owners, as entrepreneurs, as whatever you are, to go in at it first. And I thought at the bottom, as I'm writing this and winding down today, I wrote down, people look for direction and confidence in the people they choose to follow. In fact, they also look for that in the people they choose to work with, in the people they choose to engage with, in the people they choose to align themselves with online and in person. So as you're thinking about this, I want you to take the responsibility and the duty to know that this right here is where you need to show up more. You need to show up more. Stop making excuses about, well, they didn't come up to me. I don't know how to say hello. I don't know how to, nobody comes up to me, Tristan. Stop making excuses. I need you to show up more. And when you show up, guess what? It's your job to engage. It's your job to break the ice. It's your job on social where most people are, right? Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, ChatGPT, X, Reddit, LinkedIn, TikTok. It's your job to show up. It's your duty to show up with what people want to engage with you about. Like, listen, I don't know what your job duty is. You outline it. What is it? What are you amazing at? That more than most people. Now, decide how you're going to show up daily doing that. I also wrote down this, which I want you to pay attention to. The in-person event really also outlined for me, and it made me realize more. It's like a lot of people don't know where we're heading. There's a lot of uncertainty out there in the business world, in real estate, in just in general. And I want you to decide what this looks like for you. So there's less uncertainty about your actions. What are the actions that you're going to take tomorrow? What are the actions that you're going to take the next day? What are your priorities that you're going to show up every day doing? Who are you and how are you showing up? Anyway, those are my thoughts as I'm winding down today. I've got a little bit more energy today at the end of the day. I did take 4 shots of espresso a few minutes ago, so it's kicking in. Have an awesome night or day if you're listening to it in the day.